or not. Please do not dump any trash unless you see a garbage bin like that one over there. Do not wander off the path. If anything happens to you, we will not be liable. Now, welcome to Nowruz. Nowruz is the Persian solar calendar New Year, which marks the first day of spring, sometime around the 21st of March. Nowruz is a 3-day event starting with Charshanbe Shuri, which means Festive Wednesday, a holiday where friends and family gather together and start bonfires, and we jump over and through them in a metaphor for cleansing our souls. Then we have Nowruz itself. As I said, the first day of spring, where we gather and stay home with our family, and we set up a table called a hafsin, which is decorated with 7 items that start with the Farsi letter sin, or an S in English. And finally, we have today, which is Sizdah Bedar, a sort of nature day for us Iranians, where we come out and enjoy nature and have barbecues and picnics. Which, like I said, look around, we're in nature. So, I'm going to pass it on to YY.
Hi guys, I'm YY. First of all, just let you guys know I'm not that good in English, so I hope what I say later you guys can understand. Okay, as you can see here, this building is an abandoned building. Alright, and this whole entire location have a very deep history. So from Google, if you search it there, it will tell you that this is an abandoned police station. Then there's also the reason why we're choosing here, like, oh wow, police station, we never been have like seen people do project here. But if you search even more, it will tell you that this have telling you story about like got dead body buried here or some Pontianak sighting here. And you even search more, you will know that you will find an article that explains the claim after to the landlady. The house was actually the home of the engineer who in charge of the dam down there. So this is a place for them to rest. But if you search even more, it will tell you. But one day we met a camper down there. He tell us actually this is not like a police station, not like engineer places. Actually, this is a place, a building that was a wildlife reserve center built sometime around early 1900s, made over 100 years. And the dam I mentioned just now down there is the Malaysia's first ever dam that built in the early 1900s. And also this forest is the last rainforest in Klang Valley. Look back to our journey here. We did went several locations for recce before we confirmed with this place. This was the last location we visit at that day. When we reached here and then we see this building, we were like, oh wow, looks so interesting. And we go down to our second and third locations. We're like, yeah, we're gonna confirm this with this place. This looks so cool. There's a place we're finding. But we come here like evening that time, and now it's the night time. I can tell the vibe is really different. And even with the lights and without a light, you can see there, it looks very different also. After we confirm here, me and my classmate Andre, we plan to have another recce, only 2 of us. So we go down to our second and third locations to just stay there to get some idea from nature for our show. We come here several times with Sense Collective members also to figure out where to put our tech thing like projections, our lighting, everything. And then we also decided to have a barbecue night that time. And then we met our fellow doggy friend, but I don't think she's here right now. After picking up the equipment, we come here for bump in on Monday. And then we decided to camp here to take care of our equipment, like the things set out all here. So make sure it's all safe. last night we also no last night Monday night we show where's my
Oh.
phone?
Uh,
We saw a beetle.
here.
Do you have it?
We saw a
Very various beetle in the world.
yeah. It's
We'll share in a group as well.
yeah. I'm actually going to share it in the group now. You can continue. Continue.
Yeah, we share a very various beetle we never see, and then we also meet the owner here, so we asked the owner about the beetle. It said it gonna growing in the tail also, like, and then it look like an alien beetle.
So I just shared it to the group chat if you guys would like to have a look.
It calls Singapore aliens beetle.
Yeah. So this beetle is the world's rarest beetle, only found in Malaysia and Singapore. And a mating pair, that means a male and female, have only been spotted together 2 times ever. Once in 1925 and another time in the 1960s.
So hoping today when we go down to our second and third location, we could meet her as well. Okay, let Andre to talk
Right.
more about these places.
So, hello once again, I'm Andre, and I'm gonna go a bit more into detail as to why I'm doing this and what is my reason for doing this No Rules event. So my family migrated to Malaysia in 2007. This year marks 17 years since. I've lived, grown, and fallen in love with Malaysia. I knew I was Iranian, but I never really connected because I never learned my language properly or been taught about my culture and history. And yet, I've also never felt Malaysian, although I grew up here surrounded by the locals and their cultures. I made friends and met those who grew up privileged and those who weren't as lucky. I even got to visit an Orang Asli Kampung on a school trip. I've been to locations and I've done activities and I've learned new skills and so much knowledge that so many of my local Malaysian friends aren't even aware of themselves. I felt Malaysian, but I wasn't. And I know I'm Iranian, but I wasn't sure of it. Even now, I still feel detached from home. The Malaysian government doesn't recognize my family citizenship. And as for the Iranian government, well, that kind of speaks for itself. I never really understood religion or oppression, or why my family despised going back to Iran. In primary, I didn't know anything about Islam. I just assumed every Muslim is the same. Then my classmates started asking me questions about my family. They started saying, why did I not attend Islamic studies? Or why doesn't my mom wear a hijab? Or why don't I know how to pray? And I asked my parents, why? They said, just reply, you're a different kind of Muslim. And that's it. Every time my friends ask me that question, that's what I would always say. Different kind of Muslim. It wouldn't be till I reached high school where I finally learned about Sunni and Shia and how people are constantly fighting over which is right and which is wrong. But don't we all believe in the same God? Now, learning about my own country's history and my culture made me realize that how things even came to be. I come from monarchs and empires, and my people used to live a lavish lifestyle. But the people still weren't happy, right? And they revolted. So that's what they wanted. The people, my grandparents, wanted an Islamic republic because they believed that it would be better than the monarchy. So I never understood why my mom and sister would get so mad at the thought of wearing a hijab. It's just a scarf. That's what I would always say when I was younger. And they just ignore my scummy remarks. I'd see my mom throwing on her shawl whenever we go to pick up my school. because she used to study at an Iranian school funded by the embassy. And then she'd immediately take it off as soon as we got in the car. I stopped asking questions because they would never answer it. Or maybe just didn't know how to. Regardless, what we are here to show you today requires you to believe that this is an abandoned police station. Because although the police here in Malaysia may be our friends in most cases, I can assure you that back home in Iran, they're definitely not. Buried behind mainstream media, protests that started nearly 2 years ago following the death of Mahsa Amini, a 22-year-old Iranian woman whom was beaten to death by the hands of the religious morality police for improperly wearing a hijab. At least 600 have been killed since, 70 of which were minors. Roughly 20,000 have been arrested, but none of these numbers can be trusted when dealing with the IRGC. Ever since the protests, I've realized this is why the women in my family don't want to wear a hijab. Not because they're protesting, but because my government uses it as a tool of oppression and a reason to cause violence. This is why every time we go back to visit my family, my mother would never let my sister go out alone. The people of Iran did not ask for dictatorship. They did not ask for recession. They did not ask for religious freedom. They got brainwashed into thinking one man would solve all of our problems, but in turn installed an extremist government regime with himself at its center in the name of Islam. But in reality, it's nowhere near Islam. You may now enter the house and have a look around. Take time to process things on your own, and we will go and continue once everyone's ready. Please, come in.
Do you guys want to go?
Okay, yeah, we'll go in a bit.
I just want to take a photo.
Sure. Just two of you running the show?
Yeah, but we've been helped by our company with interns.
Oh, okay.
So
Where do
we
you work?
pick
Where do you intern?
Sense Collective.
Oh, okay.
We are their interns, and then this kind of like our interns presentation and
Wow.
last project here.
Wow, this is super impressive.
Yeah,
So
that
much
it helped
effort.
us to do all these things. Very appreciated.
Yeah, no, this is like
I hope you
for
guys will
intern,
like
for
it.
intern work is like
Yeah.
this is really amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, well. Okay.
Yeah, sure. But can you help me with the phone? Sure, thank you. Hello.
Yes, you can. Open it. Feel free.
Yeah, every now and then.
No, can't go.
I saw it on station.
This is the whole compound. Yeah. It's very small. That's why it's like we knew that it was built very long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the structure lah, all the room and the structure you can tell.
But it still holds. It's so good that it still holds.
他们这个的拍戏这里主要是拍戏的吧。他们拍什么？我听他们讲的什么鬼出来的，他们拍鬼戏这里拍的嘛。他们经常在这里拍，经常在这里拍鬼戏啊。
Hello. Are you all here for No Rules? Yes. Okay, so we kind of started already, but you can actually enter and explore the inside. The introduction was already given, but mainly this house will talk because it used to be an old police station. So now it talks about the brutality that's actually happening in Iran because of the police and what is happening over there, right? So please enter for a bit, and then maybe at some point we'll call you all out because it's just location 1. We actually got 3 locations.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So please enter.
Location 3. Got 3 locations. First one. Yeah, just hang on for a while. Why? I'm just going to cut it first.
Yeah, sure.
All right, everyone, we're going to start going down the trek to the river. So before we go, just a few pointers. It can get quite tough and slippery since it rained just last night. So if you need help, do call out. We'll be going slowly, so do not worry, and there will be stops in between. There's a lot of insects as well, such as ants and beetles. The one that we saw, the rare one that we showed you earlier, as well as just regular black beetles. So please watch your step and do not crush any of them. Now, if everyone's good to go, we shall begin.
刚才我们要走得下去了，然后我们就跟着他下去。
能看到吗？你们？
Looking for that bug. You've got that thing which like to spin up the bugs, you know? You know that thing? You know, butterfly, it's all going. Spin it up against the frame and all that. Low level serial selection lab. And I've got stains on my shoes already, and I should get my shoes up.
In the garden where eternity's secrets bloom, under the watchful moon's tender loom, time whispers through Persia's perfumed room, a dance of shadows dispelling of gloom. Here, where the cipher's ancient tale resumes, the soul in its quest does eagerly consume. The essence of moments in splendorless costume, woven into life's ever unraveling gloom. Through the labyrinth of history we presume, to find a thread in destiny's voluptuous bloom, where every heartbeat against fate's loom carves the verses of existence in time's bloom. In this dance, the roses and jasmines do commune, within the rhythms of stars in the night grand ballroom, each petal a story in the universe's tone, each fragrance a chapter in the light's own hue. And so, beneath the silver gleam of the lunar dew, Persian poetry flows, a river under the monsoon, in waters rich with the reflection of the afternoon, where time is a melody and life a precious food. In this embrace of this ancient tune, we find that time neither a tyrant nor a boon, but a gentle guide under sun and moon, leading us through a journey all too soon. Thus, in the heart of Persia, under the noon, or in the quiet of night, by the light of the moon, time's a tale unfolds, a perpetual cocoon, a tapestry of moments in eternal bloom. Now, as we continue right down here, it's a very steep slope, so do watch your step.
Big ass motherfucking worm, bro. That's a worm, man. It's gonna grab your ass back. There. Just in the little. I don't know where it's gone. It's gone. Guys, watch out.
Yeah, these are so cool. The top where is our photo?
Sorry.